Secretary Justin Muturi is accusing President William Ruto of misleading Kenyans on the circumstances leading to his dismissal from the cabinet. The former Attorney General convened a press conference and stated that the head of state has been peddling untruths about his sacking, saying his position on abductions and extrajudicial killings was partly responsible for the strained relations with the head of state. Stephen Leto begins our broadcast tonight with the following report.
An angered Muturi walked to a press conference to set the record straight and remind President William Ruto, his former boss, of the reason why he kept off his cabinet meetings. President Ruto, while addressing a joint interview in Sagana State Lodge, said he fired the former public CS Justin Muturi for absconding duty. But Muturi says nothing can be further from the truth.
There is no doubt that I was sacked because of my stand, a very firm stand, on the abductions, on the issue of abductions and extrajudicial killings, and not because of the so-called absconding of cabinet meetings.
President William Ruto has in the past week labelled Muturi as incompetent and added salt to injury by affirming his firing to have been triggered by his continued absence at work.
Ni mimi nimvuta kazi ama ni yeye alijivuta kazi? Sasa wewe ni waziri. Baraza la mawaziri umeigomea. What am I supposed to do? I gave my good friend Justin a chance, a second chance, but in the process, he dismissed himself.
But in his rebuttal, Muturi says his sacking was meant to silence him on his push to have abductors arrested and prosecuted.
But I dare say this, if the intention was to silence me, unfortunately, they have dialed the wrong number.
Muturi says he has been writing a stream of letters to President Ruto, who chairs the cabinet, to prioritize the abduction menace in the country that has left many families go without their loved ones for months.
The inference one draws from my sacking is that raising the issue of abductions and extrajudicial killings must be terribly annoying to the president. It is no wonder that those closest to the president are furiously been in different fora calling for my resignation and or sacking.
According to the Kenya National Human Rights Commission, over 60 youth were killed at the height of the anti-government protest, with several others abducted by unknown people. Muturi says there is a worrying trend and a possibility of an abduction squad that has been set up and under the protection of the National Intelligence Service.
I ask the question, why has the president not given the names of those killers that were part of that squad so that they can be prosecuted for the crimes they have committed? Your guess is as good as mine. When my son was abducted, all efforts to trace him and get him released from the various security agencies in the country proved futile, until when I went to the president himself and he called the Director General of the National Intelligence Service. Then my son was promptly released.
Muturi says he will not back down and will push for the formation of a commission of inquiry into the murders